friends. In this video, I will be reviewing how to teach 50 research-based kindergarten vocabulary words from A to K. My oldest grandchild starts kindergarten, so I thought it was time to make a YouTube for kindergarten vocabulary. First, I want to talk to you about how I selected these words. I have searched through what I call the Big Four. The Big Four educational publishers: Pearson's, McGraw-Hill, Houghton Mifflin Harcourt, and Scholastics. Wow, talk about name dropping, huh? Scholastic, think Clifford the Big Red Dog, and school book fairs. Oh, I do love school book fairs. Okay, using these Big Four educational publishers materials, I created a massive spreadsheet of grade level vocabulary. A couple of years ago, I wrote a book, Core Curriculum Articulation, SR&L, in which I have listed in the description below. I selected 752 grade level vocabulary words using the Common Core. I then sorted these words by the letters S, R, and L so I could teach them articulation and language at the same time. For example, kindergarten words that begin with L, such as larger, law, less, library, left, and length. So in a nutshell, I have sorted and searched through a ton of curriculum to create, again, massive vocabulary lists. Seriously, my living room looked like I was actually solving a crime. There were lists everywhere. Secondly, I cross-referenced my kindergarten vocabulary list with a book called Wordsworth Teaching: Closing the Vocabulary Gap by Andrew Biemiller. He tested thousands and thousands of words directly with elementary school-aged children. He breaks down his word list as high priority from kindergarten through second grade and then third grade through sixth grade. So that is how I selected the words. Okay, are you ready for the vocabulary words? The first word is accident. For this word, I would talk about having an accident. If a child had an accident on a bike, make it relatable to the child. Appear. You can see it now. Try to use this word frequently. Every time you get a chance that something is coming into sight, try to remember to say appear. Appetite. Okay, the best book ever to teach about appetite is Bear Wants More. There, finally. Bear wants more. He is one hungry bear. He has a big appetite. Bacteria means germs. Well, after COVID, they probably have this one, and they probably even know what the CDC stands for. Band, a musical group. Bay, if you're lucky, you may live by a bay. But this is a great time to actually introduce geography and landforms. Look at a bay on a map. Blizzard. Well, for me and the kids I work with, we live in Houston, Texas, so we definitely don't have blizzards. But we can look through pictures and books for this one. Bone. If you have a skeleton from Halloween time, save it. It's a great way to illustrate it. It is the hard part of our body. Cheer. A shout out for someone. Most of the definitions I looked up said approval or encouragement, but the child may not know what that means. The child has to understand every single word in the definition. Circular, round. Use this synonym, circular, round. Tap into that knowledge base. Classify. They probably know this by sorting into groups. A great way to teach this is to sort the blue bears, the red bears, or beads, whatever you have. But use the word classify while you are doing it. Cocoon. The book, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, is an excellent book to teach this. And of course, there's tons of pictures on the internet as well. Community. This is one of their first social studies words. I encourage parents to talk about where they live as their community. Contest, a game or race. I love to come up with an impromptu race, such as who can blow the cotton ball across their desk the fastest. Again, impromptu, fast, make it fun. Cozy, warm and comfy. Curling up in a blanket is a great visual. Cube, a solid square. Do you have any rubric cubes laying around? I wish I did. Ice cubes are always good to use as well. Daily, every day, we brush our teeth daily. Hopefully twice a day, right? Damage, to hurt something. If you have a damaged toy, object, furniture, save it. It's a great way to illustrate it. Dangle. I love to teach this word. Hanging loosely down. Fall leaves dangle off the tree. Look around your room. See if you can find something dangling. I love the wordless book Chalk. It's an adorable book. And when I see the cover, I always use the word dangle to describe the bag dangling from the dinosaur's mouth. Guess what's in the bag? Yes, chalk. Dawn, sunrise. You can have them draw a picture of a sunrise. Not sunset, but sunrise. Delicious. Okay. I start naming off all my favorite foods that I think are delicious. Ice cream, brownies. Okay, you can tell I have a sweet tooth. Have them name their favorite foods and the ones that they think are delicious. Disease. First, I begin with, has anyone ever been sick? Well, who hasn't, right? And then I explain it's not from a physical injury. Okay, physical injury is not child-friendly, right? Chances are they don't know that. So I talk about if they have fell or hurt themselves, such as a broken arm or a cut, that is different than disease. Dump, to empty by turning over. A dump truck tells it all. Counting each piece of whatever. Pencils, paper clips, bubble gum. Oh, okay, maybe not bubble gum. Earth. It's the third planet from the sun. A globe is also helpful. Emergency. We have to do something quickly. Now. Right now. Erase. To rub out. A good old eraser works for this one. Error is a mistake. You did something wrong. Extinct. No longer living. This is what I label my dinosaurs. They are the extinct animals. Familiar. They already know it. Female, a girl or woman. Fertilizer, it helps things grow. Fertilizers helps our plants grow. Final, at the end or last. I love to use sports when I talk about final, like the final games of football, baseball, basketball, March Madness, the Final Four. Flutter, to flap wings quickly. Watching a hummingbird fly or a butterfly illustrates that word perfectly. Fossil. The dictionary has it written down as preserved animal or plant remains. Okay, not child-friendly at all. The child has to understand every single word. So there may be a footprint in the mud that someone has found. There are lots of pictures of fossils on the internet. Discuss the pictures. Gaze. To look at. This is a word that you have to consciously use. So if everyone is gazing at the dew on the ground, or gaze outside and tell me what the weather is like today. Again, it takes a conscious effort. Gentle. Be gentle. Be very careful. We actually say be careful a gazillion times to kids. So they're probably familiar with be careful. Glisten. To shine. Think glitter glue, glitter, Gobble. This is an excellent word to use in the cafeteria. If you see someone eating quickly without chewing their food, use the word gobble. Don't gobble your food. Take your time and chew your food. Gust. A strong and sudden rush of wind. I was raised in western Oklahoma, so I know what a gust of wind was early on. Herd. Encourage parents anytime they see a large group of one type of animal, such as cattle, use the word herd. Hibernate. I absolutely love to use books to teach hibernate. I love the Carmen Wilson book here, Bear Snores On. I also like the book Time to Sleep by Denise Fleming. The most famous hibernator of all is, of course, the bear. The cutest hibernator, I think, is the hedgehog. Hip, where this is where the leg joins the body. Point to your hip. Have each child point to their hip. I also have the child point to their leg. This is your leg and this is your hip. Identical, the same. Matching games are excellent to teach identical. Ignore. I like to role play what ignore looks like. Role play where someone is talking to you and you are ignoring them. You're not looking at them and you're not listening or responding. Immediate, right now. Initials, mark your first letters of names, so help the child write their initials. Injury, when you have something hurt on your body, for example, you have injured or hurt your hand. Jog, a slow run. You can demonstrate this word. Have the child demonstrate this word. And number 50 is no. This is a hard word to define, using words that the child should know. I want to say to have the facts and information, but it is easier to demonstrate. Who knows the colors red, blue, yellow, and green? Who knows how to count to 10? Use these vocabulary words often. Use them on different days and multiple times. A child needs on average 12 to 15 exposures for a new vocabulary word so they can actually feel like they own the word. They understand the word, they use the word. Encourage teachers, coaches, parents, caregivers, everybody to use these words with a child. It does take a village to raise a child. Vocabulary is linked directly to reading comprehension. Have fun teaching these 50 important kindergarten vocabulary words from A to K.